Hello everyone, and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie that you probably haven't heard of. It's called A Talking Cat, and it is very, very bad. I pronounce it like that because in the title, the official title of the name, it says A Talking Cat, and then it has an exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. No idea why they would choose such an insane punctuation, not even just a question mark and exclamation point, but who knows? There's so many bad decisions in this movie, it does not surprise me that even the title got messed up. So, what can I tell you about this movie? It is about a cat named Duffy who sort of has higher intelligence. He's kind of a supreme being in his own mind. He wants to help humans, even though he kind of thinks they're slow and dull. And he finds these couple families, and he's trying to get them to, the mom and the dad to hook up because they're both divorced. He's trying to get the kids to do the right thing or fix this kid's relationship and whatever, but that's basically it. It's about a cat helping a couple humans. And it's not even one of those movies where there's all sorts of wacky scenarios or anything. It's just the bare minimum of what you could expect out of a talking animal story. So let's talk about the positives first. There is exactly one positive from this movie, and that is the cat's voice actor. It wouldn't really fit a cat, but it's a great voice actor. He's got a slow, low voice, and it's really entertaining to listen to. With that out of the way, here are the negatives, and there are over 10 on my note sheet. I'm not going to go over all of them because that would make this review really long. But first things first, the opening credits, where they're introducing all the actors and whatever, introducing the movie, it's so bad. It's probably the worst opening credit sequence I've ever seen in a movie. It hurts your eyes. The music's really bad. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm not sure if the opening credits is anywhere online or on YouTube or anything like that. If it is, I will leave a link in the description. But, oh god, it just really bad first impression, I gotta say. The dialogue from the cat is also just super uninteresting. It's so dull. And then the reactions from the people, just the dialogue in general is so flat and basic, and sometimes can be incredibly repetitive. Like, one girl is on the phone with her friend. She's a teenage girl, so she's always on the phone with her friend, and she just says, I know. She repeats that about 10 or so times, which is completely ridiculous and doesn't even make sense in the context of a conversation. They also use a laser to direct the cat to do things, which is so lazy. There's not even they didn't even use an editing technique to color out the dot on the floor. Just kind of sad. And most of the footage of the cat, because the cat can't really act, obviously, is either directed by the laser or it's just random footage of the cat walking around doing random stuff, just normal house footage of a cat. And it's so low budget that it's surprising. There's also really random audio quality. I think they only had one microphone or something like that, because when people are across the room or close up or whatever, and the microphone is attached to the camera, so if they're far away, you can barely hear them, and they're kind of go like this, or really loud and kind of poppy whenever they're really close to the camera. Just awful. They also use royalty-free music in this movie, and it's really blatantly obvious. It's just repetitive and doesn't fit the tone at all. Sometimes just random marimba music, tropical themed when they're inside a house. It doesn't make any sense. And they also padded the runtime. Now, this is a feature-length movie. I think it's somewhere around the 90-minute mark. And so that's fine. That's a feature-length movie. But the only reason it is that is because they padded the runtime with random shots of nature. Random shots of a beach, random shots of a forest, random shots of a car going on the road. None of it is relevant to the story. It is likely supposed to be just environmental building, but it doesn't work. It's just random and out of place and pads the runtime ridiculously. I honestly think that they could cut the story of this film to 35 minutes maximum or minimum if they didn't have so much random shots. There's also constant plot holes. People do things that don't line up near the end of the movie. It doesn't make any sense. The story makes zero sense, and it doesn't conclude well either. And also, there are some special effects in this film, which is surprising. It's only for 15 seconds near the end, but it's really bad. It's really bad, and oh, geez. They are trying to make it so like the cat is magically coming back to life or whatever, and he's glowing, and there's like bubbles coming up from the cat in front of the people's faces, and there's light coming around them and all sorts of stuff, and it's just so incredibly terrible and slapped together. This is by far the lowest budget film I've ever seen in my life. I've seen student films that are incredibly superior to this in every way. So that pretty much concludes my review of A Talking Cat. Don't see this movie, not even as a joke. My friends and I saw it as a joke, and there's also a follow-up or something by the same director called A Talking Pony, and we will probably watch that, and I will probably review it, but I'm doing this so you don't have to. Do not watch this film. Maybe give it to someone you hate. If you can send them a link, that would be proper punishment. But I give this film half a star. It is one of the worst movie experiences I've ever had in my life. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in another video. Bye.